Let me just put a message on that other one. Because... Lucy messed it up, didn't you?
Oh, spectacularly. Like, really messed it up. I dropped my phone and that said it going live, and then a thing came up and I clicked it and that ended the stream. You know, and thing is, I was just being rather ungenerous about older members of our family and their inability to use technology. And now I've done this and I'm eating my words with shame.
She set the live going early and she was like, oh no, I dropped my phone and I set the live going early. And then somehow it just ended it. Then.
Yeah.
Oh well, Bonnie's first in the chat.
Bonnie's the only one watching at the moment.
Things I can't go on the old one to say.
Oh no, Chris is here now to see us.
Chris,
we obviously need you.
Chris, did you hear what she's just done?
I messed everything up. We're getting more people. People have caught up. People have found the stream now. Do you want to come in, Bonnie, until we start?
Chaos!
Come and sit down and enjoy the chaos.
This is just some preamble.
Hello.
Yeah, preamble chaos.
We'll start at past as normal, so no one misses anything. So this is the behind the scenes.
Yeah. So for now, for at least for 60 more seconds.
Our background's very messy today.
I know. I don't like. I think it's tilting up.
feet.
It's reflecting on things. Hi. You can see our light in the which I don't like for some reason. I'm wondering if we can tilt it forward slightly.
Sure.
It's okay. You see, that's better. Oh, not really. There we go.
Hi.
That's a smidge better. Got a little person in the middle.
I'm very small.
And now we can't see Huey.
There you are, says Andrew.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. Oh, a thing happened. A thing happened, Huey. My news is on my phone.
No news then today.
Let me see if it's synced over here.
Oh, it takes like an hour.
Yeah. Let's just see. Are we officially on yet?
Yes, we are on. Right. Everyone seems
Yay.
to have found us.
Chaos!
Joey,
Chaos!
I don't know if Joey's here yet. Joey, I did see that you were first in the chat on the last one and you've asked us a question. We'll get to that in a second.
We'll get to that.
Right, I think we're good. I think we can officially start now.
Hey, it's synced over. We're all good.
Wow.
Right. Shall I go?
Let's go!
Hey there, hi there, ho there, Disney pals, and welcome to another 37 Disney Street Disneyland Paris Show. I am your host, Lucy. This is Hugh. This is a little Bonnie. We have no Christopher with us today because he's going on a work trip to Switzerland first thing in the morning and needs to pack and get an early night. Do
you need to explain your voice?
Oh, does it need explaining? Is it that bad?
I
don't think it needs explaining.
She's got braces in.
I've just had, on last Monday, so a week tomorrow, Invisalign fitted. And they've taken a bit of getting used to it. I actually thought my lisp had disappeared a bit. But it might have come back a bit.
No, you sound like it.
I know. So for now, and I considered taking them out, but you're only allowed to take them out for 2 hours a day total. And I've had them out for more than 2 hours today. Not much more. I've been quite good, but I think I'd be pushing it if I took them out for another hour.
Sounds fine, Lucy, says Ruthie.
Oh, good. It's just Hugh is super sensitive. Super sensitive.
That's easy for you to say. Shall we start by seeing who made it over from the failed other live show?
Yeah.
And shall I disappear?
This is super professional. Are you coming? Are you going?
Bonnie will be on hand if we need her.
Bonnie might be giving some opinions on a thing later on. If we come to a lull.
All aboard, please.
Might you?
So Joey was first in the chat on the other one and asked us a question, which was, what? It was something along the lines of, what would you like to see a Disney/Pixar version of that's like a serious TV show, like a Well, my answer was going to be don't mess with cats.
Oh my goodness.
I'd like to see a Pixar version of that with some like internet detective characters.
I think it would be very Disney Pixar to address online, fake online friendships, like online safety. The way that they've addressed mental health and other things that they might do in
Catfish.
PSHE. Yeah, catfish. And that would be good for them to do some kind of catfish thing. You see, I was thinking more like, oh, they did Hunchback of Notre Dame, and that's a bit like, you know, not very kiddie. So I was thinking all like, oh, do Wuthering Heights. Let's do a Disney Wuthering Heights. That'll be amazing. But that might just be the library hound in me that likes things like that. I don't know. That's a really tricky one.
It is a tricky one, especially since I got the wording totally wrong. Right, so who is in the chat? Well, Bonnie's first in the chat, under Lucy's name, of course. Chris is here. He's here. Did you read out what Chris said?
Muppets Breaking Bad. No.
Chris said, sorry to be missing. Work are dragging me to Switzerland in the morning. I had an interesting update for you all today too. We went and saw a puppy on Tuesday, and now we're getting a puppy on Thursday.
A puppy called Poppy.
Was it Poppy?
Yeah?
Penny.
Penny.
Puppy called Penny.
Puppy called Penny.
Still works. We've got Ed in the chat and Tanya, Kitty. Kitty Meow Meow. No, Kitty Meow Wow, should I say.
Good name.
Whitney's here, as is Ruthie and Andrew and Jimmy with a pink hand. Cool Pasty. There we go, not dropping phone this time. No. And also we've got...
Can I just stop there to say there are two types of people in the world. There are grippers and droppers, and I'm definitely a dropper because I can just be sort of walking around the house with my phone in my hand and then for no reason just go and drop my phone. Several times a day. You're not so much, are you? You're a gripper.
No, you're like an alien that's still getting to grips with operating the human form. Because like about once a month, Lucy will just choke on some food. She'll just choke on, but she doesn't choke like you or I, where we'd go. She just starts. She has a coughing fit at the table, and she would just spat it all out. And I went, Lucy.
I was dying. Do you rank table manners over your wife's life?
Etiquette is important. We've also got in the chat John and Kelfie, and we've got Chris adds a cockapoo kitty. She's mad as a box of frogs. And we've got Elle. Well, this is the first, watching a bit tipsy, coming home from Leeds after a bottomless. Now, if anyone doesn't know what a bottomless is, it's where you go and meet your friends, usually for lunch, and you don't wear anything below the waist.
No. Come on, proper explanation, please.
Well, it's unlimited bottomless alcoholic drinks, although I'm going to one, and it says quite specifically on the menu, we will stop serving when you are drunk, as is the law. So there is a bottom to the bottomless brunch.
I think people have started using it just like, we're going to go out early and we're just going to stay out until we can't stay out anymore, rather than actually as an arranged thing.
And we've got Sugar Sweet Samantha, a.k.a., I don't know if you've heard, Sugar Sweet Mama in the chat here. And Lisa, evening all, back from DLP after missing last week, working on my trip report.
Yes.
Good to hear. We've got a couple of trip reports today, because it's going to be a slow news week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Joey says, that's so exciting, Chris, and I would love to see Disney tackle Sons of Anarchy. And Jappa Vanta crew are back. Hello, friends. I would have done the same, Lucy. And
glad to hear it.
Joey
I feel
is also
very
a dropper.
loved. I feel like I have a community of droppers here.
Joey's
today.
a dropper and a person who falls over our trips for no reason, literally on thin air at times.
Yep.
And hello also to Hannah, and I think that was everyone. If I missed anyone, do let me know. I think I got you all. I just always have this constant fear that I've just missed one person and they feel victimised.
Yeah.
Should we have a look at some news?
We can do. Do you want a headline? Do you want a bong?
Whatever you. I'll do a bong. We don't have a bong. We've got a ding today. On there now, some of you still won't have seen what I ding on, and it is this Fisher Price school. And no one ever guessed what it was, because we had a competition going for ages about what I was dinging on. And someone, one of our viewers, had one of these in the background of one of their photographs, and they didn't know that it was this. Anyway, that's your ding.
Ding.
Oh,
Bong.
on the up.
Ding. Christmas nights. Oh, I should have done the one without the S's in, shouldn't I?
Yeah, this is like when Suggs was presenting. No, it wasn't Suggs. It was Chris Eubank was presenting Top of the Pops.
Yeah.
And number 7 that week was Suggs with Cecilia. True story.
I was working on a show this week, and there was a script, and they were calling out words from the Bible or books of the Bible, and at one point I had to say Psalms and Ecclesiastes the day after having braces fitted.
Yeah.
And that's not fun. So, on the up, guess what is rising at Disneyland Paris?
What's rising? The prices.
The prices.
All the prices?
Well, no, it's food mainly. What we've got is downtown restaurant in Hotel New York and Captain Jack's have both gone up €10 each to €55 for the set menu. Now, that is near enough a 25% rise. You know, that's massive.
Where's the end?
I know. To be fair, it is a signature restaurant. It's very high-end food, and you do get 3 courses for that, I think. You might need to check. Auberge has gone up €5 to €100.
Joey says they must have renewed their Laughing Cow contract.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
That is the character meal. So it's just a flat €100 now. Remember, this is all before tips and things. The kids' menus in quick services have gone up €1 to €10.
What would you say about tips in Disneyland Paris? Because it's not the US. They're not like you don't have to tip.
No. I would do it like I do it in UK restaurants, which is if they've given good service, they get something.
A little extra.
And it's a little extra. And
Yeah.
it can be as little as, for me, you're going to... People in the service industry and hospitality are going to tell me I'm awful now. Sometimes it can just be a spare £1 coin or £2 coin. We don't do the full fat 20% that you do in the US. But sometimes I will. Sometimes I will go up to a 10% sometimes.
I regularly do a 12.
Do you?
Yeah, I did a 12 the other night when we went out.
Mr. Money Pants. Okay. And then also, not food related, but the ponchos have also gone up €2.50 for children and €3.50 for adults to €12.50 and €16.50 respectively. Now, it's not that prices keep going up. That we're just used to, and inflation and, their overheads go up, etc. It's when you get a startling jump. So, for example, auberge going up €5 doesn't bother me. And the kids' menu going up €1, that's fine. They do that every so often. But Downtown and Jack's, they've obviously remodelled that. They've redone their business model there by going up that much. They've gone, right, this is now this level of restaurant. That's quite a big thing. But the ponchos, now give them the dues. This might be a supplier thing. Their overheads might have gone up that much. But the thing is with ponchos is people aren't really getting them as a souvenir. They're getting them when it buckets it down and they've come unprepared. So it's a bit price gouging-y.
Seems predatory.
It does, doesn't
Opportunistic.
it? So €12.50 and €16.50. Having said that, they're quite robust. And we bought some ponchos about 8 years ago. Bonnie's first trip. And we still take the same Disneyland Paris ponchos. And they've not ripped. They're pretty good.
I haven't used it since.
Well, that might be why.
Used it once. Well, I've got that
we still take it, though.
Euro Disney 1992 merch raincoat, which I've never worn anywhere yet. It's hard to know where to wear things. I don't know about you guys, because if I get something in Florida, I don't like to wear it in Florida. I like to wear it in Paris, and vice versa.
Yeah.
But also, there's certain things I'll buy a crazy shirt in the parks, and I'll think, oh, I really like that shirt, but I wouldn't wear it walking around town for fear of getting one's head kicked in.
I can see that. Depends on the town. But then also, it feels a bit cliche to wear stuff you bought in the park, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, and you
well,
also see
yeah.
a lot of other people wearing it, and you end up with rather embarrassing things like I had last time we were in Disney World, where I'm queuing next to a woman in the same dress.
That will be talked about on my next video,
Okay.
which is nearly done. I've just got this last bit to do at the end,
Teaser.
which I might be able to do this week, because I've only got one job to do this week. I had 4 last week. I got 1 in my freelance, so I should be able to get it finished sometime in the next few days. And then you can find out about Lucy wearing something similar to somebody else, which we've probably already talked about on here anyway, but, you know, it'll be on the video.
Oh, the shame.
Yeah. Are we thirsty?
I am really thirsty.
Now, Lucy can only drink water when she's got these braces in, so we know what you're having. Bonnie's having the last of the umbongo. I'm in my... I call it a tiki cup, but it's just a skull Halloween cup. I'm having a hobgoblin beer, not sponsored, but and I didn't realise. I took this to a friend's house yesterday, and I thought this is bigger than normal. It's a pint can, so I'm gonna have a pint.
Do you know what I've just realised? After we did the live stream and you and Chris got a buzz on, you got me a bottle of wine as a kind of a thank you and sorry thing or whatever. And I said, oh, I'll drink that the next show, and I never have.
All my gifts are thank you, sorry gifts.
I do have a Disney bottle, though. That's part of my tiki cup, you know, what's the word? Contribution. So here we have it, my beautiful Cinderella, what's it say? Countdown to Midnight water bottle that I take to work every day. And it's very robust, and it keeps things very cold, and it hasn't scratched yet.
I don't know if you can see this in the light, listeners, but I've poured the worst pint ever. There's about this. Well, I can see there's this much liquid in it, and the rest is head. That's 3/4 head. That's terrible, terrible form. Right. What's the other bit of news?
Well, okay, it's Christmas nights. Now we're getting more details about the annual pass Christmas party. So it's another one of these like exclusive parties to do. I am relieved to see that it is a week before we are going to be there, because had it been whilst we were there, I think I would have crumbled and like had to cancel the holiday and do it with annual passes and rebook or something, because that's like the only real reason I want an annual pass now is these parties. Doesn't make sense otherwise.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's from 9:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. So it's a late one. It's a Christmas party. You can get in from 6:30, so you don't need to have a day ticket. Mind you, it's all annual pass holders, so you know. Yeah, you can get in from 6:30, and then it's 9:30 to 2 a.m. There's 3 exclusive Christmas shows. Merchandise is going to be discounted up to 25%. Now, it doesn't say what merchandise. That's the kind of thing they might like put as an advert, and it might be one stand of like outdated Zum Zums or something. Can you imagine it being Zum Zums? That's really going a bit.
20th anniversary stuff that they found in the back of one of the shops.
30th anniversary wishables. It's €59, and it's a pass holder and up to 2 paying guests. So only one of us would have to be a pass holder for that to work. There's plenty of rare characters, both Disney and Pixar. I don't know what this would be themed as, because it's a Christmas themed party, and they do usually theme their character meets. So who do we think they might have at a Christmas party? Well, Jack Skellington, I presume, but in his Christmas hat. Mm-hmm. Who else?
I don't know why I'm just thinking of you know that Max and Goofy Christmas story in one of the Mickey things?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't Pete dress up as Santa at one point?
Pete.
I'd like to see Pete dressed as Santa Claus. Is that too specific? He doesn't dress as. Does Goofy dress as him?
Goofy dresses him, yeah. Now, the thing is,
but what the hey? I'd like to see Pete dressed as Father Christmas, please.
I can't think of any other exclusively Christmas. I must be wrong. Although it might be like Belle in her enchanted Christmas dress, in the red and green dress.
Yeah. What about
Something
the organ from Enchanted Christmas? Just
the
wheeling around.
The CG organ.
Yeah.
Inexplicably in CG.
Yeah.
Fabulous, darling. Yeah. Any thoughts? Any suggestions? Can we see the chat?
We can see the chat.
Festive princesses and the Guardians in their Christmas jumpers. Have I mentioned recently how exquisite I think that Guardians Christmas special is? It's like one of the best Christmas specials that has ever been done.
It's great. I like how there was mention of well, at the end, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but at the end, someone gets a gift, and it's a very famous, iconic gift from the Marvel films. Something metal, I'll say that. And
Oh, yeah.
And James Gunn was asked about like how did they get that though, and how does that go back, into the for the following films, and he just kind of shrugged it off and said, "We don't know." Yes, Chris, with Kevin Bacon.
I don't think I actually mentioned when it was. 22nd of November. I just said it was the week before we went and expected everyone to know what that meant. So it's the 22nd of November. If you're an annual pass holder and you can get there, up to now, they've always filled me with green envy and FOMO of these events. So if you're able to go, I highly recommend you go.
Joey says the ponchos are just giant human-sized condoms. Can't believe the costs. Yeah, they're very basic. They're very basic. There's something kind of iconic about them, though. They are kitsch, aren't they?
Final thing on there, Bonnie.
What's happening? Is Bonnie reading something out?
No, she's just got a little spiel to do that she does really well, so she's going to come over here and do it.
Okay, come and perform, Bonnie.
Oh, yeah.
The last sentence.
Quickly now, I'm going to have to fill
Okay.
I'm going to fill in for the listeners by literally just saying anything.
say that.
There you go, read
Well,
that.
no, I mean, you're usually the one in the chat saying this.
Oh, yeah.
Please click like.
Well done.
Please.
There's 22 people live in the chat. There's only 4 thumbs up so far. I
And
mean,
one
that-
of them's me.
Is it?
Yeah.
That won't do. No. How are we doing? Oh, we've got 5 now, Bonnie.
Yes.
What
There we go.
else can you do?
Come on.
Right.
Please.
You may go. You've done your job. Thank
Goodbye.
you.
We think if we've got time later, Bonnie's going to take a little look at the tier list that we made for the rides and just see if she's got any
See if she agrees.
disagreements, most importantly. So that was the news, was it? Should we do
That was the news.
should we do a trip report now?
Yeah.
Get one
In bag.
In the bag. Thanks to Chris for sending this over, because I don't want to look like I'm, the most organised when it comes to this. Chris has collated these. So we've got a trip report here from... I'm just checking
Scroll
I'm
to the
just checking the
bottom.
bottom because it says Charlotte at the top, but I don't want to just assume anything
Yeah.
ever in this world. So Charlotte has sent this and signs off with Charlotte. Hi, Chris, Lucy and Hugh. Speaking of Chris, Lucy and Hugh, was it Andrew who posted I don't think... I'm not sure any of us commented on it. Maybe Chris did. Posted an AI version of us on the 37 Disney Street Facebook group. Did you see it?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Really?
What?
It looks like 2 me's and a you. It's very strange. I'm not personally interested in AI particularly, so but I thought, worth a mention at least.
We got AI.
Yeah, we got AI'd. Charlotte says, "Hi, Chris, Lucy and Hugh. We are a family of 3.5. Me, husband, 2-year-old son, and Bump.
Oh, that's your half.
I was 7 months pregnant. Yeah, it's not something like,
Well, no, but I think the 2-year-old...
like a half child, half wolf.
No, but the 2-year-old goes for free, so more or less. So I'd say that's a half.
I was 7 months pregnant with a second boy at the time of travelling, and the only one who has been to Disneyland Paris, the last time in February 2022, when we still had to wear masks and keep our distance. We did get married in Disney World, so my husband has done Disney, but quite differently. Ooh. We did 4 nights, 5 days, but the first and last were mainly travelling, so no park time. Apologies if this is a long one. I'm known for being a bit of a talker. Let's have a look. Scrolling down. This is a long one. This is a long one. I best get cracking. I might need to take a break.
Chris limits people to... Do you want to do a paragraph each?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of in sections, isn't
Right,
it?
I'll start with travel. You get this big hotel one. Travel.
That's fine.
We live in Surrey, and due to the stuff needed for a toddler, and I wanted to buy things, we decided to do the drive and tunnel. We had a really good journey, arrived with an hour to go for Le Shuttle, and they really do get you queuing up not long after, so don't dawdle. I'm assuming this is due to passport checks. There are lots of good services to stop at, and well signposted, and the tolls accept cards. I forgot about tolls.
Yeah.
And it's always like, it's always something I worry about, and it's never a problem.
And it's the UK side as well, isn't it? 'Cause we have to do Dartford.
No, well, the tolls on the way to
I know.
in Disneyland, like in France.
This I'm the only driver in the family, so I do all the driving. And as sort of a payoff, Hugh has to worry about all the driving ancillary things, like the stickers that go on the headlights and the tolls. And you have all that responsibility, don't you?
Yeah, we can just.
It's quite nice.
You can just do card.
Yeah.
Just do
okay.
card.
Hotel.
I think.
We stayed at Davy Crockett Ranch. This is very similar to our trip that we've got coming up. A first for all of us, and chosen mainly so our son had his own room so he would chill once he was in bed or having a nap. Yes. Pros. The communal areas are great, cast members were friendly, the buffet was nice and lots of choice for little ones. The pecan pie was especially delicious. We tried the pool on our last day, which was nice and quiet, and we tried the play area, which our son loved. They also have some sheep to entertain little ones. I wanted to know what the sheep do that entertains the little ones. You know, if they have like a story time or a little song and dance or something.
Real sheep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Presume so. Maybe they sing Bar Bar Black Sheep. We asked for a cot, high chair and bottle warmer. We got the cot and high chair, although the cot was the white metal one and I asked for the mesh travel one. But our son was fine, although he was about an inch from being too small. It was an inch from being too small. Your screen is locked. I need your face.
Thumb. You need my thumb.
I need your thumb. Thank you.
So, if you need to open my phone and I'm a corpse, use my right thumb.
Oh, good.
Don't give them hints.
No, that's the start of my next spy novel, don't worry. We also reorganised the room so that the cot had lots of space next to it for changing play, bedtime. No bath. That's what we found when Bonnie was 2, wasn't it? No bath.
This is why we have a video of me showering Bonnie and her giggling and like saying, "Daddy, stop," because it was too tickly. And to this day, she doesn't like a shower.
But that was the first time she'd ever had a shower, wasn't it? Because there was no bath.
We've got a very cute video of me showering her.
No bath, but our son enjoyed the novelty of the shower. Bonnie, not so much. Cons. It rained heavily on our first day, and for 2 of the nights, the cabins are not soundproof. They are basically static caravans made to look like cabins, really. They're not soundproof, and it felt like we were in a conservatory under a tin roof. 2 sleepless nights weren't ideal, and I really hope this improves with the new cabins, or I don't think we can stay there again.
I like that sound.
I like that sound.
I'm kind of a white noise kind of person.
Well, I'm
I
going
love
to
the rain.
digress to do a little story about Lucy. My dad is a civil engineer, but he's specifically a flood engineer, and he used to get called out specifically when it was really, really heavy rain, and one of the flood barriers that he had designed was having problems or whatever. And if he got called out, he just had to go, and my mum worked evenings, and I've got so many memories of being in the back of a car in a sleeping bag because my dad had been called to a dam or a flooded sewer or something, and it was always heavy rain, and I just feel so nostalgic for that gorgeous... The sound on a roof of a car, I love it. Anyway.
Ed says it sounds like heaven. Rain sounds are the best.
Yeah.
I love the sound of rain, says Joey. Listen to rain on tent noises at night. I love rain on a tent, yeah.
But we also...
Car, umbrella.
We also sleep with the curtains open and prefer it that way, but so many people need pitch black, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, not a single light. And I can't sleep like that. I find it a bit disturbing. We're all different. We'll report back, though, if we're in a new cabin. We'll tell you how the roofs are. Right. On the other con was that there was a road closure. The reception never told us, but it meant that our journey to the park went from 8 minutes to 30.
30?
Ooh, this really stressed me out on the first day, and I was so excited, and it completely killed it.
That's a big con. That's like a cancel your booking, go and stay at Cheyenne con.
Well, I mean, even if they told you when you checked in the day before, and then you'd kind of, right, we need to set off a bit earlier or whatever. But yeah, that's upsetting. Thankfully, as soon as we got to the park, the music started, I was okay, but it meant we arrived right with all the regular guests.
Oh,
So
dirty regular
So
guests.
the queues were much bigger getting in. Yeah, no, I know exactly how you feel. We're always like, come on, gotta get there.
And you want to make everyone in the queue know. We're not like you. There was a road closure.
Yeah. It is very, very quick to drive from David. They don't let you go if you haven't got your own car, but once you're in the car, it's like, so that 30 minutes, that's a killer. Pregnancy stuff. The last time, oh, that's yours.
I think I should do pregnancy stuff.
I think you should.
Pregnancy stuff. The last time I went was 4 months pregnant, so I knew about all the perks. This time I picked up the pregnancy wristband at hotel reception to save time. This pass meant we could skip the queues, either by going to the disabled entrance or the priority pass queue. For characters you get a time to come back at, or with Mickey/Princesses/Darth Vader, you can join a separate queue. You can also stand in the disabled area for parades and fireworks. This was really nice, as I never felt like I was going to be crushed or pushed. We only used it once, as we just stood back at other times and didn't do the fireworks as it was too late for our little one.
Yeah.
When I phoned DCR to request the baby stuff, I also let them know I was 7 months pregnant and asked if they were able to put us nearer the facilities. They put us in the second road on the left and the very nearest cabin, so this was great and really appreciated when we needed the shop and restaurant.
That's really good that you can get that. I also find it weird that it's an automatic thing for pregnancy, because I was teaching Zumba up to 2 weeks before Bonnie was born. I think it'd be strange to...
Everyone's different.
No, I know loads of friends who've had really, really bad ends of pregnancies, but it's weird that it's an automatic perk, because I'm not sure everyone would necessarily need that.
I wonder how it's policed as well.
Yeah.
Could you...
It's like, are your ankles swollen?
No, but could anyone say it? You know, just pretend.
Do they have to wee on a stick?
Yeah.
Because, yeah. Right. Characters. We only skipped the queue with Mickey, as the queues weren't too bad, and it was good for our son to watch them interact with others so he wasn't scared. That is true with the little ones, because you'd get to see everybody else having the chat, so it kind of breaks you in a
Yeah,
bit.
because it can be freaky when you just go around a corner and someone's there. It's quite unnerving sometimes.
But those ones where you queue in the open, I think they are probably a good starter character.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah. I wonder how the kids just run away when they go around the corner and Mike Wazowski's there.
Yeah.
Well, it's something I said.
And we had no idea how we really only knew Mickey and Minnie, Buzz and Woody. So we were testing the waters. He met Mickey, Minnie, Goofy and Pluto. The characters were so patient and kind. We didn't feel rushed when our little man held back a bit. It was really special, and whilst he warmed up, I had a cuddle and a little chat. We tried to meet Spider-Man, but didn't realise that after the virtual queue was up, it was still a 25 to 30 minute wait inside, and we just knew our son probably couldn't wait that long, so left. So that was a bit of a shame. And I will say, you probably don't want to hear this, but Spider-Man is a really lovely meet, isn't it? Sorry, he was very good with Bonnie when she met him, and she was very tiny when she met him. But we do understand, because once you've expected something to happen, and then I'm glad he enjoyed it.
What have we got to? Disneyland Park. One of your previous listeners asked about rides for toddlers, so I thought this would be helpful. Yeah, this was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? We did almost everything in Fantasyland except Snow White, Pinocchio, too scary, and Peter Pan, closed. We didn't do the carousel as it was mainly horses and the queue was long. Our son enjoyed Dumbo, but we stayed down at his request. Yeah, you can go up and down with a lever. We did the sword, which was cute, and something I thought we could do every time and watch him grow. We wanted to do the dragon, but as we went to it, it was temporarily closed, unfortunately. Oh.
Thing is, with the dragon, the floor gets slippy when it rains and things like that because of the layout of it. Because it goes vaguely downhill, so I think water drips into it. So sometimes it's just closed for what seems like no reason, and it's just because the floor's too wet, which is a shame.
The Millions of Splashes colour show was lovely. It made me very tearful watching my son watch it for the first time. But he loved pointing and saying all the characters he knew. This is why we decided to do the meets, as he didn't stop talking about them after seeing them, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah. We only did the main parade one of the days and stood in the disabled area. We got there about 15 minutes before so as not to take the mickey. You would not believe the amount of people that tried to get into that area, push past, etc. I'd believe it.
Yeah, I'd believe it.
The cast member guarding the entrance was brilliant. She was friendly and funny to us and professional to those who were rude. I think the majority just wanted to cross over, so she explained how they could get out and go around very calmly, even though they did not have the same energy back. Some did try to push in or get in our section thinking it was free space, and again, she was great at redirecting them. There was one woman, however, I'm liking how this is starting, who was awful. Yes, this is more my speed. She was pushing and shoving and basically just trying to get to the front, and this was after the parade had started. I felt proud that those she happened to come up against were 3 British families who all stood very strong and were having none of it. Hold the line! Hold the line!
Oh dear.
Backed by the cast member, she finally gave up and left. Whee! I wish I had gotten the cast member's name, as I would like to have done a compliment, but alas, I was too distracted happy. I was going to ask that.
It's like Waterloo all over again, isn't it?
Listen to this. Charlotte says, Hugh would have loved the drama.
He would.
I specifically said at the start of this paragraph, I'm looking forward to this.
Oh dear.
We're on to
Walt Disney Studios Park.
the other park.
Soon to be called Adventureland.
Disney Adventure
Adventure.
Park? Disney Adventure? World of Adventure?
World of Adventure. Because it's the same as Chessington, isn't it? World of Adventure. Anyway, the building work didn't stop the magic, but it did make it seem a lot busier than it probably was due to everyone being funneled the same way. We loved the this park at magic hours because I'd never done Avengers, so it was lovely and quiet. We loved that the characters just appeared, although we didn't ever quite catch a show or a fight, as we were always on the way somewhere else or eating. Excuse me, hiccuping. We watched the Pixar and the Mickey and the Magician Show, and both were brilliant. Our son went through every emotion and absolutely loved them. We worried that 30 minutes was too long for him, but it worked. Yeah, they know their audience. It's a shame we didn't get to see Dream Factory, because that really would have been designed for him. But oh, that's lovely. There you go.
Food! Love food. Well, who doesn't like food? I mean, you have to, don't you?
Well, Bonnie's not that keen, actually.
We had breakfast at our cabin. We had planned on going to the Lidl at Val d'Europe, but was pouring and exceptionally busy at the end of travel day, so it was a no-go. We just used the shop at David Crockett Ranch and the train station to get breakfast stuff. We had booked Crockett's Saloon Buffet for the first night and Pym for the last. Both buffets were great, although I think because we were one of the last sittings at Pym, they'd run out of some of the things and then didn't replace them like for like. I was hopeful for another pecan pie, which had a label and empty plate, but it was replaced with a strawberry cake.
I need to try this pecan pie now.
This could be normal, but we've never been, so not sure. Quick service we did. Bella Notte. Decent enough pizza. Our son enjoyed it. Yeah, that's what I thought about it. We'd avoided it for ages. People said, you know, it's bland or it's like... It was all perfectly good. It was absolutely good.
I had cheese pasta, and it was pasta in cheese sauce that was clearly out of a packet, but it's nice because cheese sauce out of a packet is generally quite nice. It was nice, it was fine.
Earl of Sandwich. I enjoyed my salad, and our son had the side Greek salad and some snacks, and that was fine. Stark Factory. We both got a pasta and gave a portion to our son. This works, saving money, and was the right amount of food. Colonel Hathie's, again, we had the butter chicken and gave a decent part from both our plates to the son, and it was a great size for our son. Market House Deli, we each got something, but on reflection, 2 of the selections would have fed 3 of us, especially as we had Pym that evening. We mainly did quick service, so we didn't have to wait ages for food, and it worked out much cheaper. Snacks, March Hare ice cream, delicious and fairly reasonably priced at €7. A waffle from a hut by Small World. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old mill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what it says, hut? Or what? Yeah, okay. And a pretzel from the one by Ratatouille. All delicious. I didn't quite make it to get a pineapple whip, but it did appear to be open. But was the machine working?
Oh.
Ooh, oh, there we go. Tips. Baby care
Excuse
centre.
me? Or tips?
Baby care centre was a nice environment for changing and feeding if needed. And the arcades were good for rest or if things were a bit overwhelming. We used one to get our son to nap. My husband used magic hours and nap time to do some of the rides myself and Little couldn't do, which worked well. I tried to be the magic by complimenting people on their outfits and offering to take photos for families. Hopefully it spreads a little joy. That's the two things I do all the time, is I try to make people's days a little bit better.
I seek vengeance.
Yes.
For all. For all.
And the jury's out as Bonnie grows, which way she's going to go, actually. Whether she's going to be the magic or the vengeance.
You can be both.
Magical vengeance.
Keep up the great work. I really enjoyed listening to your podcast, watching the YouTube show on a Monday. Charlotte, yay, oh, thank you, Charlotte.
That was a good report. It didn't, breaking up like that didn't feel long.
No, and there's good stuff in there.
There
People
was
want to
good
hear it.
detail in there. We like ones that are funny, or ones that just have really good specific details in. Like, I like an angle.
I like people with the magic.
This had a good angle.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was something in the chat just then about... Oh, yeah, because I don't think it was a windmill because... where is it? Don't make me watch it. I can't believe they make you watch an advert on your own channel. Here we go. Where is it? Oh, Hannah was saying that there's a number of huts by Small World that are like the ones near Ratatouille. They do waffles, crepes, chocolate, strawberries, etc.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think this is a food fair thing at
Yeah.
the moment. It's not permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did figure that they would have said... Charlotte would have said windmill because it's pretty obviously a windmill, isn't it? So, yeah. So, at the moment, there was a waffle hut. There we go. Yeah, we might have another... Let me just see how long the other trip report is. But, Bonnie, do you want to come and have a look at this chart?
Hello.
Tell us what you'd move, where you'd put it.
Oh, the other one's not so long. So, on our charity show, we did one of them tier lists that are all their age, but because it's us, we did it quite lo-fi, and I just made this big cardboard board, and I drew logos for all the attractions, and we put them on. So,
Tell you what, Bonnie, you be me.
Okay.
And then
but we were interested to know because Bonnie disagreed with some of this. Like the top of our tier list in the S tier was Phantom Manor, Pirates of the Caribbean, Small World, and then a bit of debate. But we in the end we were like, we think Alice has to go in there, so we put that in the S tier.
Fort Comstock is going to be the first to go.
Fort Comstock, right? We like Fort Comstock enough to put it at C just because it's something different. But Bonnie, where are you putting this? I'm not going to move it because it's stuck down, but you put it right at the bottom next to the shooting gallery. Shooting gallery is at the bottom because you have to pay for it, and that is just unbelievable to me to have to do that, when you paid that much already. So that went straight at the bottom. So you're putting Fort Comstock at the bottom.
Is that the thing in the arcade?
Statue of Liberty. Now, you're scared of that. Are you putting that at an F as well?
I'm going to go E because I don't really know it that much.
So you'd move Statue of Liberty. You wouldn't like it. It's in a dark room and there are mannequins and that's
Okay,
just the
then
kind of
F.
thing you'd... Oh,
Then
F.
F.
F, okay, F.
Anything with mannequins.
Well, that's why you don't like Fort Comstock, isn't it? No, just pointing. Yeah, anyway. Anything else that you'd like to move higher up? Like,
I'm going to read out the ones that are in A then, and you say if you think it's fair. So the
dragon.
Tanya do Dragon.
Dragon.
Startos, Space Mountain, Shattered. Oh, the castle.
The castle.
Buzz Lightyear, Big Thunder Mountain, Adventure Isle. Are they all fair? Would any of them need to go down or up?
No, they're good.
They're all good. Right, B. Some middle of the road, B. Casey Jr., Dumbo, Mickey Philharmagic, Disney Railroad, Aladdin's Passage, Cabins Day Robinsons, and Storybook
Treehouse.
boat rounds.
Okay, looking at the entire thing, I think I'm pretty good.
Think that's all right
it was
then?
mostly just the mannequin attractions you
Yeah.
want to put to the bottom.
Yeah.
What about you at home? Are there any there that offend you? Anything you think we've got wrong?
I just slowly scroll it for you all to see.
The listeners will love that.
Yeah, listeners.
Listeners, look at this
Good luck to
beautiful
you.
thing.
We had nothing in E. We went from D to F.
I think that's it. Do you know what that is? That's
It's a good sign, really.
What's your theory with 5-star and 1-star reviews?
Reviews
on
on Amazon can't be trusted because, especially when it comes to like, you know, well, certain products, it's like 5 stars is normally a blinkered fan of something. I mean, you can just love something and that's fair enough, but you're more likely to get people logging on to do 5 stars or 1-star reviews because they're the most like animated about those two. 4, 3, and 2 are all trustworthy. 1 is normally an anecdotal rant.
Yeah.
So I like to read the 4s and the 3s. You know, the ones that, like the 4s that go, this is good, but it has this problem, so just be aware of that. I like stuff like that.
I read a review on, I think it was this tripod that I got here. It was something mechanical I got from Amazon recently.
This one.
Yeah. And there was a 1-star review and it said, it came and the box was already open. And I'm like, that's not reviewing the tripod. You know what I mean? What good is that to me?
Sick of those.
People, honestly.
Ed says, Space Mountain and Big Thunder Mountain not being S tier offends me. I wouldn't have Big Thunder Mountain in because I find it an uncomfortable ride. It rattles you.
It
and
rattles and it's
the
really
noise.
loud.
it's uncomfortably like loud, isn't it?
I really have to steel myself to go on it. I enjoy going on it and it's exhilarating and I like the story details, you know, when you pass like the washing line and stuff and the little huts. But I do find parts of it quite alarming. And not in a, maybe it's because I don't love the high thrills. Maybe alarming is good for some people.
Jen reminds us that Big Thunder Mountain in Florida is closing for 12 months.
I know.
I saw someone say that they reckoned, and this is a good shout, that it's probably so you can't see them building the new area.
Yeah, from the top.
From the top of the ride.
Here's the thing. We go on holiday with another family.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Bezzies. And we took them to Disneyland Paris. And the first time we took them to, you know, they'd not done Disney. They didn't know. We took them to Disneyland Paris and the castle was in a box.
Yeah, I think we remembered like on the way there and we're like, by the way, guys, we forgot to tell you.
No, we told them weeks before.
No, we told them. I don't think anyone had told their son.
Yeah. So I think we might have mentioned this either last week or the week before. So there's that. And now, and they've been to Disneyland Paris with us since, and there was stuff going on in the studios, but again, they knew about that. Now they're coming to Disney World with us, all booked and paid for, and after it was booked and paid for, they announced that Dinoland USA was going, although we saw that coming down the tracks. And then they announced all this stuff for I was going to say wonderful stuff for the Magic Kingdom, but we'll see. They announced stuff for Magic Kingdom. And then announced that I think that all Frontierland's going to be construction, really, isn't it? I mean, they've said Big Thunder, but if they're breaking ground on anything, they're going to have to drain that lake, which means that, you know, not Tom Sawyer's Island. Yeah, Tom Sawyer's Island's going to be off. And Peter would have loved Tom Sawyer's Island. It's a do. But we just have to accept that there will always be construction in Disney parks. Always. It's only a case of what is it.
Cool Passy says Big Thunder Mountain and Star Tours are S tier. Quite confident
Star
there.
Tours. I'd have to disagree on
Confident
Star
there.
Tours.
Cool Passy. Also says Hyperspace Mountain can go down to B, but original theming is S.
Yeah.
We probably went on that like back in the day, but I can't remember the original theming.
I remember the original theming. And to me, it's just got that kind of iconic, nostalgic thing going because it's original theming. But the question is it S tier? Or do we just think it's S tier in our head because we always feel like those things that are 20 years ago?
Hannah says that jolt at the end.
She means Big Thunder.
Speaking of Hannah's.
Yes.
We've got a trip report from Hannah Piazza.
I think it's
Do you remember?
Are you going, Anne?
Are you going? Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for helping, Bonnie. So
she's only there.
Yeah, we got a trip report here from Hannah. Shall we go for it?
Yep.
I'll see when I need a break. I'll pass it over.
Okay.
Hi there, ho there, Disney pals. Here's my trip report from the 29th of September to the 1st of October. As a bit of background, 2 adults, 3 days in the park, 2 nights at Newport Bay, and 1 night before in Val d'Europe.
Smart. Now, the reason you would do that, listeners, is to get the most out of your park tickets that are included in your package for the hotel, because you can get right in there at 8:30 a.m. Oh, well, depending on the season.
I've broken it up into sections rather than days because we were all over the place and didn't want you to give we didn't want to give you whiplash from us running back and forth from the 2 parks. So pre-parks stayed at the Moxie. Good vibes. Super close to the RAS train station and Val d'Europe. Room very basic. No tea/coffee in the room. Food very expensive. Wouldn't stay again.
Interesting. That started off so well, didn't it?
Moxie.
It went good vibes. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Wouldn't stay again.
Val d'Europe, massively busy. Shops were okay, nothing special. Restaurants options weren't the best. RER train, €2.20 each way from Marne-la-Vallée, Chessy, Disneyland, to Val d'Europe. Super easy and fast. Definitely recommend. Yeah, it's a doddle.
Yeah.
can't
Easier
remember.
than we stayed at that area of hotels on the other side, can't remember what it's called, where Magic Castle and stuff is, and we had to get a bus from there, and it was so much more of a pain in the neck.
Well, it was easy enough, but there could be a bit of a wait, and it was
And
long enough.
Some days it was standing room only, and then you had to wait to get back, and it was a bit of a walk to the actual bus stop and all that kind of thing. And it was just so much easier getting the train to and from Val
Anyone
d'Europe,
going?
wasn't it?
Anyone going to Florida for an amount of time? Get prepared for standing up on buses there. Food. Steakhouse in Disney Village. Food was terrible, as was service. Would never ever go back.
Oh, wow.
Spent $96.50.
That makes me want to go.
Steakhouse in Disney Village.
We're not doing that one. We're doing the Silver Spur Steakhouse,
Yeah.
which is next to Phantom Manor. But that makes me want to go out of morbid curiosity.
Captain Jack's atmosphere was perfect.
Yes.
Food was pretty good. Nice to have something different on the menu. Spent €100. I like the price at the end.
Yeah.
Waltz Restaurant. Oh, I forgot we're going there. We are, aren't we?
Yeah.
Would live here if I could. Food amazing. Theming amazing. Service amazing. Ability to buy a pin amazing. If you can afford it, please book up. Spent $179.
We're also
Just a reminder, that's for 2 adults.
2 adults.
2 adults. That's quite a lot, isn't it?
We've booked the slot immediately before the parade starts. I think
Mm-hmm.
we were like half an hour before the parade starts, so we're hoping we can get a window seat as well.
We won't, it's us. Bistro Chez Remy. Great atmosphere. The steak here was better than the steakhouse in the village. I did like the steak there. Also drunk a bottle between 2 of the Bistro Chez Remy wine. Buzzed at DLP is a 10 out of 10. Spent €118.
That's why she's getting these big prices. Is she's getting whole bottles of wine.
Cowboy Cookout, pretty cool atmosphere, great location, reasonably priced, big dish of meat and chips, spent €36.
My big
I
complaint.
love it in there.
My big complaint with Cowboy Cookout is it's just so much meat. So much meat. Now, if you're
Chicken and chips, man.
in the middle of a theme park day, you're like, but if that's your thing,
What's that cup? Is that cup down there?
is there a cup now? I'm drinking from
I'm
a
just
bottle.
watching out. There was a cup down there. I'm just
Oh,
yeah, okay.
I didn't put that.
I'm just
cup.
keeping my eye on a cup, guys. Cable Car Bakehouse. Grabbed a few snacks and hot drinks from here. Service is a little slow. Food and drinks are okay. More convenient than anything. Hot chocolate is a must for fireworks. Slow because of the hot drinks, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, but
Chris can tell you about that.
hot chocolate and fireworks, so that's making me look forward to Christmas, Bonnie. Hot chocolate and fireworks.
We don't have a price there, so just in case you thought I missed it. Chalet outside Small World. Cheesy pretzels and sauerkraut was great. Chocolate covered strawberries are a must have. Candy apple surprisingly good and easy to eat. Match hair ice cream, absolutely delicious and insane amount of ice cream. €20 for 2 ice creams and 2 hot drinks. Pretty reasonable, we thought. Magnum ice cream stand in studios. Weird chocolate on the outside, but pretty tasty still. Weird chocolate on the French Magnum, is it? Interesting. McDonald's, great for grab and go breakfast. I said after I must have gone at a really busy time because we were putting a pen,
Yeah.
and it was awful. And they were shouting out, and I was having to quickly like remember what my number was in French.
Yeah.
And then listen out for that. It's very hard to hear speaking French is one thing, but listening in French is way more difficult.
And we'd gone back to the hotel as well, and we're just kind of expecting you to walk through the door with McDonald's any minute, and it was like
40 minutes.
Forever.
45 minutes, maybe
Yeah.
50 minutes. By the time we walk there, it's probably the best part of an hour. Do you want to finish off?
Yeah.
Other things to note?
Other things to note. We used the Disney Luggage Express from the train station, and it made life so much easier. Definitely recommend it if you're coming in by train. Bags magically arrive in your room and saves queuing up for the luggage storage at the hotel before you go home. Eurostar Indirect via Lille. Super easy. All passport stuff happens in Lille, which means you can get to the train station in Disney about 30 minutes before your train. Halloween decoration. Is this Hannah?
Yeah.
Hannah, I'd love to know how long your stopover was, because when I looked for us for November, it was literally like a 2.5 hour stopover, I think, and I was like, no, not doing that. Halloween decorations were everywhere. Oh, absolutely beautiful sunflowers and autumnal feel. Oh, all across all lands. That makes me go all fluttery. I wish I was there. We paid for reserved viewing for fireworks. Definitely good if you want an unobstructed view without the hassle. But now it's more expensive. I probably wouldn't do it. Meet and greets at the hotel are the best. We had about 5 minutes with Goofy messing around, and there was no queues. Yes, it is. People just don't want to wait around in the hotels for them. Or they don't know it's happening, so you can really just walk up to a meet there. Always check to see if you have meet and greets in the hotel. I think it's worth a trip back from the parks to see them. For reference, we met Goofy at around 9:15 p.m. and he was going to be there for about an hour. That's good. We had the silhouette cutouts done around the side of Main Street Motors. It was quick and easy, and the details were fantastic. €30 for the 2 of our faces glued onto the cardboard with the spare copy too. We had that done of Bonnie, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do we?
Yes.
Yes.
We hired a freelance professional photographer for the final day. This is interesting.
You got me for that.
For some cute couple pics in the park. But you can't be in a cute couple pic though.
I photoshopped myself in afterwards.
That's romantic. Really capturing the moment
Lucy
there.
stands with her arm around nothing, and I pop myself in later.
Oh, do you remember that time when I stood there like hugging a ghost in front of the castle? That was such a romantic moment. I paid €220 for 15 photos. It will put more and we'll put more info on the Facebook group when I get the photos back. But was honestly the best experience and meant we were fully immersed in the experience rather than worrying about taking pics before this. Hugh would consider worrying about taking pics being fully immersed in the experience, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's why I go.
That's why you're there. For the aesthetic, guys. I would enjoy this. This is very much my thing. But I don't think it's an us thing, is it?
Maybe not. Was that it?
Then there's the final paragraph.
Just wanted to say a huge thank you to the three of you. As you know, I've been a Disney Street pal for a few years. We do know, yeah. We're very grateful. And now I am so grateful for the effort you put into the show. The hints and tips I've picked up along the way truly made my trip so easy to plan. Toad Hall toilets are as good as they sound.
Whoa, now.
Do you know what? After all this talk of those toilets, I don't think I've used them.
Oh, I definitely have. They're just quiet. They're not amazing. They've got very cute signs. They've got toady signs.
Maybe
Nice.
I have. I don't remember. I will next time.
You've waited outside them for me. I know that.
I'm probably not the only lurker out there that listens, hang on. I'm probably not the only lurker out there that listens out there. Oh, the lurker of us, not the lurker. I think you meant lurker outside Toad Hall toilets.
That's what I thought.
She meant a lurker of the show. I'm probably not the only lurker out there that listens out there. And so I hope soon your subscriber numbers reflect how awesome the show is. I love you guys. Sorry for the misunderstanding at the end. I thought you were talking about lurking outside toilets.
It suddenly got very dark at the end there.
Love you guys. Hannah, thank you very much, Hannah. And
Thank you,
Charlotte,
Hannah.
good trip reports there. And we might be getting towards the end of the batch because we were worried we're going to have to start like limiting them. We'll have another look through, make sure we've got them all.
No, I do think we've got 3 more because I think
Do
Chris
we?
said we've got 5. I'll send you 2. So I think there's 3 more.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, you know,
Yeah.
Getting 2 done today is pretty good going.
Trip reports are some of my favourite things, so please do continue to send them in. As you can hear, they take a while to get through because people do write quite a lot, and we encourage you to write a lot. It's all useful stuff. Chris says, do it in sections, 1,000-word maximum, doesn't he? That's Chris's thing.
He loves bullet points.
Yeah, bullet points.
Cool, Pasty. Still need to get round to sending ours. It's getting a bit late now, though. Well, don't think so.
Oh, Chris has just said 3 more in the bank.
Right. Yeah, so, anything else? See what's in the chat.
Yeah. It's getting very close to ours. It's nearly a month till ours now, which is really exciting.
Cool, Pasty says, good luck with Silver Spur. Yeah, because people were pretty down on it, but I'm kind of excited by it.
Well,
by that. I want to see how bad it is.
I have heard everything from worst service we've ever had in Disneyland Paris, which you'll enjoy, to hands down the best food we've ever had in Disneyland Paris. So, I mean, hopefully we'll get both of those, brilliant food and bad service, and then you can tell some amusing anecdotes about the bad service, and me and Bonnie can just enjoy the good food. That's the dream.
The worst service we've had in that park was the Super Diner, and we love that. We love that story. I'm glad we had bad service because it was so funny how bad that service was. Hannah Cochran says the waltz pin is €30.
Ooh.
And Chris says one of our friends went to the steakhouse in the village and said it was their best meal. Swings and roundabouts, I guess.
I am going to get that pin though, €30 or not €30. I'm a pin collector. I can't go to Waltz and not get the pin. But that does make me go, oh.
Well, I think that's it, guys.
Yep.
Call it tonight. You come and say goodbye, Bonnie.
I've been working on some, I've been trawling Vinted for some bits for some winter Disney bounds. So I might show you those next time, or I might do a video about them.
Do a video.
Shall I do a video?
Do a little video. Do a little show and tell. Yeah. Call it a show and tell.
Right, where's this little person?
Hi.
This is the...
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Sorry we did the thing that we do quite often, which is start a stream and then have to cancel it and do another one.
It's my fault this time. I'll completely
happens.
take that.
It happens.
So this is the Raine family plus duck.
Plus duck.
What's the duck called? Aunt Jemima or something.
Auntie April, I think.
Auntie April. So thank you very much for joining us again. I've been Lucy. These have been the Rains. Bye bye.
Bye now. Big finger coming out the screen. Are we sure we want to stop streaming? Yes. Bye.